So I don't really have a project going on right now because I'm the exhibition coordinator this semester. So we don't need to work on the project, but we do need to work on managing things like the floor plan, electricity plan, also the working schedule for the exhibition. So I think the difficulties that we're facing is that we have zero experience as the exhibition manager. So we don't really know what to do, and we're kind of lost at the beginning of the class.
This semester I'm making a trailer for our school. So we have to film from grade 9 to grade 12, which is a big amount. We need like a big amount of time to finish the video. But we had some trouble during filming because some of the teachers are complaining about us that we're kind of like interrupting their class. And then like we only have 10 to 15 minutes each day to film. And then school can be a very like rushed deadline. We have to like kind of like rush everything in such a short amount of time. So it's kind of hard for me to like organize everything. Like I have to do editing, filming, storyboard, like almost like everything.
Okay, so my name is Miu and I'm in grade 10, and right now I'm working on our own project with 2 teammates. And so our final goal is to create a compost system for school for them to sustain their society. So by that, we kind of set up the compost bin during this class, and also we have created a final vision report for school for us to suggest them how they should continue or to achieve this goal. And also we created an AI detector for the canned and canned compost food, which we want this AI system to support our compost bin. At the first stage, what we were really struggling with was the schedules and like how we separate works. Since again, I said it's a pretty small group and we have to manage all the PBL stuff, like the expression management, those.
We established 2 policies, and one is the VIS Cafe and one is adding bicycle docks. And the first one, the VIS Cafe, is because we found out lots of people order like Uber Eats delivery food, and we want to reduce plastic waste. And this policy, this VIS Cafe, provides food to them and encourage them use reusable utensils and reduce food mile because we provide food to them. And yeah, and the second one, adding bicycle docks, is by encouraging them to ride, by adding bicycle docks, we encourage people to ride bikes to school and reduce emissions. One of the biggest challenges, I guess, was the bicycle docks proposal, because we had to write proposal to the owner of the building, and it was tough, and the result wasn't that good because they denied, and because of the money, because that is too costly, and that was the biggest challenges, and we couldn't really resolve the problem.
So PBL is basically just project or problem-based learning, and to me, it's a really flexible study method. For PBL, it's kind of more like learning by doing. We have different projects and we have a common goal, which is the SDGs from the United Nations, and we use that goal in our project.
For me, PBL is a very unique teaching style because I've been to a traditional school before, so their way of teaching is very different, like in VIS. I think PBL, it's more like student leading class. So you will get instructions from teachers, but most of the times you can work with your classmates, your teammates. Like you have to think about your own project and you have to solve it.
So PBL, that means project-based learning. So I think PBL is, for me, it's an opportunity to really look through the world and the things that's happening and the problem and the issues. So in this class, I feel like I'm like a challenger. I have to go solve this problem and finding how I can spread these awareness or contribute to this society.
I think PBL is an interactive way of understanding questions and solving problems by researching and thinking by ourselves, and yeah.
I actually have basically no pressure when it comes to PBL, so the stress graph is like really low. But near the exhibition, it got really high because there's a lot of things that we need to prepare as the exhibition coordinators. And I'm just really scared that if anything goes wrong at the exhibition, it's gonna ruin everything. So at the end, the stress graph is become like higher and higher. But at the beginning of the semester, it's kind of high too because this is my first time as the exhibition coordinators, and I'm not really familiar with the job. But in the middle, it got better because Miss Helen, she teaches us a lot of things about managing.
I think the reason I drew my graph like consistently because everything just was smooth for our part. And I believe my teammates think the same like me, because I think we manage my time pretty well and we separate the task equally. So yeah.
Like what I drew, like the first part I was really stressed, and I think why I drew like that high is because the expectations and also like my ideal goal is a better, like the standard is pretty high since we did individual project this time. So I think like our goal is much different than last semester, so that's why we were pretty stressing about it. And also we were struggling with combining all the teammates' ideas, so I think that was like the time zone where we really have to kind of like to balance all of our ideas and to kind of grind it in together and to collaborate it and be collaborated with other people. And during the middle part, I think it was less stressful because everything is on track. But then later on, I drew like going up again, and that means like, oh, we kind of meet some like bottlenecks, such as like the composting didn't really work well, and also we kind of lost of like our final product. So that's why we came up with ideas like, okay, the final vision report, those kind of little ideas to kind of fulfill and to make it more strong. And at the last part, I think it wasn't that stressful anymore because we're really confident with our product, and we're kind of like just, okay, let it go, and we're ready to go to the exhibition.
It was the first time doing proposals, and it was quite challenging. And the second we had 2 proposals, and the first time was up, and the second time was also hard, and yeah, we struggled a bit, and we overcome the obstacles.
So I think I'm kind of stressed out because the exhibition is coming up like next week, and I need to admit that at the beginning of the semester, our team is pretty lost because we don't have any clear goal of what we're doing, and clearly we don't have experience before as the exhibition manager, so we don't know what exactly we need to do at the exhibition, since as the exhibition manager, we don't have a booth like other teams with products do.
I think our part is running pretty smooth right now. So we're having a mock exhibition tomorrow, and then I think during the exhibition our part would be pretty great because every teams know what they're doing, and we arrange like their floor plan or their requirements stuff pretty well.
I honestly feel so nervous because I am very confident about my products, but at the same time, I'm nervous of what's gonna happen or the questions that the strangers might ask. But overall, I'm pretty excited.
I think we're all right, and we're okay with it. We all prepare for it, and I feel excited, and I'm looking forward to presenting to people our progress.
it went better than I thought because all of our classmates really supportive. They help us through a lot of different things, although it's probably not their job or not their responsibility. But there's definitely something that goes wrong. Like we forgot to print. No, the first time is that we're reprinting the poster, and we choose the wrong material, so it went out of budget for like $2,000. But luckily, Mr. Clark forgave us, and he said it's okay.
The exhibitions were pretty great. Everything was well planned, even though there's some small mistake that, like, we forgot to bring one of the groups, the poster for one of the group, but we solved the problems.
Overall, I think it was really tiring and challenging, but also really fun. I feel much like accomplished than other exhibitions since we get to talk to a lot of people, and also our community partner even visited us, and I think that's kind of like a pretty big accomplishment that we did. And also I think me and Annie and Anna really get to know how we should manage a exhibition pod, and how we should kind of bring up the flow of this whole, like, when audience come here, how we should talk, how we should introduce, how we should attract them, like, and also even decorations, setups, those were all we have to do it by ourselves. So I think that was a really unique experience for us to really experience how we go from 0 to 100.
I think exhibition was really good, and yeah, it was really good. We gained so much experience, and we learned a lot talking to strangers, audiences, and by talking to them, we also learned some new information. Yeah.
The journey of every student through a semester of PBL is as unique as the individuals themselves. Their stories exemplify the transformative power of the PBL educational approach, proving that learning is not a one-size-fits-all process, but a dynamic and personalized adventure. From the initial stages of grappling with complex problems to the final presentations of their innovative solutions, each step of the PBL process has fostered resilience and adaptability. This journey not only prepares students for academic success, but also equips them with the essential skills and confidence needed to navigate the complexities of the real world.